Hi, it's Kate French here, clinical psychologist at Side by Side Psychology this afternoon. So I'm just coming to you this afternoon to talk a little bit about how and why we use visuals when we're talking about emotions with kids and teens, and why they're super important, and how you might be able to use them as well when you're talking about your kids or when you're talking with your students or that kind of thing. One of the really great visuals and tools that I have used for a long time, and I was really excited to hear about it when I first heard about it many years ago, was a tool called the Cat Kit that was designed by Tony Attwood, who is a leader in the area of autism spectrum disorders and Asperger's syndrome. And so visuals are incredibly important in this population group. And so when you're talking about something that's abstract, such as emotions and feelings and things like that, getting them to be visual and to be really quite concrete is an important part of what we do with young children, but particularly people on the autism spectrum as well. And definitely we've sort of noticed a trend that some people are much more visual learners. And so it's about, I suppose, accompanying that and really targeting interventions where you're being aware of their sensory differences or their sensory strengths and making sure your intervention really encaptures that. So I wanted to show you a little bit about the Cat Kit and why I like it, but also just in general about how you can use pictures to help explain some fairly abstract and complex concepts such as emotions and emotion management. So this is the front cover. Some of you may have seen it, called the Cat Kit. Now, it's a little bit misleading because usually people, when you say the Cat Kit, they think it's going to actually have cats. And they do use a bit of a cat picture inside it. But really, the CAT stands for Cognitive Affective Training. So that's about emotions and our thoughts and the links between them. So I wanted to show you a little bit inside this very big binder. So one of the things that's really great about this resource is that it has, and I'll try and show you, has pages and pages of different emotions with little emoji faces already done for you, and also different feeling words as well. So they've got a number of different pages. I've got them out of order by the look of it. I'm starting on number 3, which is all these safety, calm kind of emotions. The other thing that's great is that they're all Velcro pieces as well. So there's other resources in the Cat Kit that they can stick to, so you can make up different pictures with lots of different feelings and things on them. So they've got a page that has sort of safe and calm kind of emotions. There is a page of anxiety and fear-based emotions. And they've also got some blank ones. Every page has a couple of blank ones, which means you can get a whiteboard texter and you can draw a little face on there, or the child can do that as well. So it represents a face if one of the ones they've got there doesn't really fit for them. They've got a page of angry ones. That's 6, they're really all out of order. And we have our sad emotions, all our surprised, astonished kind of emotions. We have our happiness emotions, joyful feelings. And they've also got, which is really nice, faces of affection, caring, friendly faces. Lots of new words. They've got emotions to do with feeling proud, or arrogant, or satisfied as well, kind of faces. So for more complex kind of emotions as well. And then they have ones relating to shame, whether it's embarrassment, annoyance, more subtle emotions. And that's the picture of the cat. That's as much as you'll get in terms of cats. It kind of shows how some of the resources can all be kind of linked together. So that is a really good start of when you're thinking about emotions with your child, is how they're depicted on our faces. So that's a bit of a shortcut they've already done, but certainly thinking about emotion regulation, we want to think about how it looks on our faces and, you know, giving them some idea of what that would look like and drawing them together and getting them familiar with recognizing them. The other part that I frequently use inside the Cat Kit is the idea, and I've got a picture of, like, on the front again, is measurement. So how big or how strong or intense an emotion is. Again, that is a very subjective, it's a very personal kind of experience, and sometimes it's difficult to put into words what that is like. And so finding a way of measuring that and giving children some parameters on that can be really helpful for you to work out how intense their emotional reaction is to something. So the CAT kit has a number of different tools, but this one I use probably the most frequently. This is called the measure, and as you can see, it is literally just like an old style thermometer, and all these bits down here are Velcro, so you can use that to stick your different faces or different feeling words on there when you're having a discussion about those sorts of emotions. So that was just a quick look. There's a few other resources that they have in this CAT kit, which can be used for, sort of plotting different emotions over the course of a week, plotting emotions in terms of relationships to other people, but definitely using a really strong visual to help have conversations about things like emotions. So the other little one I wanted to show you, just quickly talking about visuals, is that idea that we're all very much engaged through our sight, and as adults as well, when things grab our attention, it's usually very punchy with a nice visual there as well. So remember that children in particular really need that visual reminder of different things. And another nice one that we often come back to, in terms of maybe we've talked about some resources and some ideas for emotion regulation ideas, is then having a reminder, a visual reminder somewhere. So whether that's on the fridge, whether that's in their bedroom, whether that's drawn with those awesome textures on the bathroom mirror. But this one here is being put together by Big Life Journal. And as you can see, there's like really simple little drawings of some of the ideas that we can do. So visuals are incredibly important for reminders. They're really important for discussion. And it's a really nice way to connect with your child. So you could be part of that child creating your visuals, creating your pictures together. And it really helps to aid that communication down the track. So that is useful with all kinds of things. So be mindful of how you have those conversations, always thinking about how you can add pictures to some of those complex discussions. So that's all for me today, and if you found it useful, please share it or catch me next time on Friday afternoon. Bye-bye.